this is going to be the biggest bull trap that we have seen this bear market, right? That's what we're in right now. We're in a bear market, because the market goes in 4-year cycles. So the first bull trap that we seen, well, not even first, honestly, but actually, yeah, this was really the first one right down here. So let's go ahead and do the math here, right? Or do the charts. That was a 20% increase from 81K, well, 80K, all the way up to 97K. So we went from 80K up to 97K, right? That was the first bull trap. That was from November 20th of last year all the way up to January 14th of this year. So that was the first bull trap. And if you look right here, I still have everything set here that I pretty much set up over here. We had an ascending triangle, which is a bullish pattern, right? But this was the bull trap because the ascending triangle, and as you can see here, ascending triangle, bullish pattern, the ascending triangle was within what we call a rising wedge. So you can see here how this ascending triangle was building up within our rising wedge, right? So since we've seen our ascending triangle, which is right here, boom, boom. If you can't see it within the rising wedge, that means you watch too much TikTok and you need to get your you need to get your brain right? Because it's right here, the ascending triangle. If you can't see it within all the mess on the screen, stop watching TikTok and get your attention span up. But yeah, it was sitting within a rising wedge. It was sitting within a rising wedge. So this part right here was the rising wedge, right? And rising wedges, like I just showed you, are bearish patterns. And now I know a lot of people got TikTok brains out there. So let me kind of clean this up for you guys so you can, so you can continue watching TikTok. All right. So you guys can continue to watch TikTok. I cleaned it up for you. All right. So you can see we got the ascending triangle here, right here, ascending triangle within the rising wedge. And that is pretty much a bullish pattern within a bearish pattern, right? And just to kind of show you the drawing here, this right here is the ascending triangle, which was supposed to be bullish. And you can see it broke out bullish right here. But the problem was that ascending triangle was trending within a rising wedge / bear flag. Bear flags are the opposite of bull flags. So you can see this is the bear flag here. So you could call it a rising wedge or a bear flag, right? It was a little bit less of a wedge. It was kind of building a wedge, but it looked more like a bear flag. But either way, it was a bearish pattern. And that's what pretty much happened, okay? So let's bring back all the mess here. Now that everyone's done watching TikTok, right? We bring up all of the mess that we have here. Now we look at what we're in right now. Okay, so what we had down here right now is a bearish symmetrical triangle / bear pennant. It's the same thing. Bearish symmetrical triangle. Some people call it a bearish pennant, a bear pennant. You can call it what you want, but it's that, right? But we decided to trap people and break out to the upside. This is where the trap part comes in. It's broken out to the upside. So our job now is to find out why did it just trap people like this and what is about to happen now. So you can try to spin it any way you want. So if we try to change this pattern right here, that could result in us seeing a possible bear flag again, right? So there's a possibility that this is the next bear flag. And again, the bear flag is a bearish pattern. So if this is indeed another bear flag, that means that we will come up a little bit more here on the charts, but we should be getting rejected around 74 to 75K. And then having another massive dump lower, and that'll be the push that breaks the camel's back, or the straw that breaks the camel's back, that brings it down to 50K Bitcoin. So that's currently what I'm watching out for when it comes to Bitcoin. So that's I'm looking for it to come all the way down there to 50K. But yeah, who we got out here inside the chat? We're gonna keep going with this. Let's see some people out there. But yeah. I'm looking for this to push down to 50K. So that's kind of how I'm expecting this to play out. Expecting a push down to 50K, right? So that's what I'm looking at. And I do think that we are building a bull trap. Now, this is the percent R trend exhaustion. Once the percent R trend exhaustion gets all the way up here to this overbought area, this is pretty much going to end up pushing us down even more. And it just so happens that by the time we get to that overbought area, we're going to be at the top of our bear flag. And that's going to be what pushes us down more. That's exactly what pushed us down back here, because we hit the top of that area on the percent R trend exhaustion. So the short term and the long term trend both pulled back at the same time once it got that signal. And it's happening all over again. All right. So this is a bull trap. I keep telling people it hasn't crashed yet, which is why some people don't believe me. But I mean, we're definitely in a bear flag. Hit once here, hit twice here, hit thrice here, once here, twice here, thrice here. Third time's usually the charm. Now, once we hit the fourth, that should be the pullback moment. If we even get up there. I think we will get up there, but we'll see. And then we have the MACD. And the thing with the MACD right now, it looks like we're having some type of bearish divergence. Bearish divergence on the MACD is found by seeing lower highs on the MACD while simultaneously getting higher highs on the charts. And that's actually what we're seeing here. We're seeing the lower highs on the MACD, as we just showed there. And then we're seeing the highs on the charts are getting higher and higher. The next one might even push all the way up here, and then that could be the last one before we have that massive dump. So this is happening, but it's happening slower than you would think, right? It's happening slower than some would imagine. But yeah, and also shout out to I just buy more for buying a sub and gifting a sub on the last stream. Greatly appreciate it. That is definitely greatly appreciated. The first and only sub I've ever gotten. And for everybody in the chat, show some love, show some support. I'm trying to get verified on Kick here. Path to verification. I need 9 more people to sub within the last 30 days. And the viewers, I mean, that can only happen by getting more viewers. So I can't be like, hey, view the video when no one's viewing, right? And then stream for a total of 15 hours. So if you're watching the playbacks on YouTube, the clips that I put on YouTube, just come to Kick. Chat, put some comments inside the chat. That helps out a lot. And just view it. I know I got over 22,000 of you guys on YouTube. Like, just come over to Kick, show some support. I put in the work on YouTube. Now I'm trying to put in the work on Kick. As you can see, 3.1 million views on YouTube, 22K subscribers on YouTube. So all you guys got to do is come to Kick, help me get verified over here, and I'm gonna be doing all the live streams on Kick instead of YouTube. So that's how it is. So yeah, if you're watching the playback on YouTube, the clip on YouTube, just come over here to Kick for the next stream. All right. But yeah, shout out to everybody. And yes, this is pretty much all I got for Bitcoin for the short terms. If we pull up the weekly chart here, this kind of confirms the bull trap theory, which is interesting actually. Let me zoom out a little bit. And for this one, I'm definitely gonna have to take off all of this stuff. Like, all right, for this one, I'll admit you guys don't have TikTok brains on this one. I do have too much stuff on the charts. All right, so I'm gonna delete everything off except our bull flag. So you can actually see the buildup happening here. And remember last time's bull flag or bear flag. The last time I meant bear flag as well. The last bear flag you can see here / rising wedge happened the same way. This one's just a lot smaller. And when you look at the percent R trend exhaustion, what happened the last bull trap? You've seen the blue line, which is the long-term trend, came up. It started to go up. The short-term trend was still dumping though. And then it started to go up alongside it. And then it kept going down. So we're probably going to end up seeing the same thing on the percent R trending exhaustion, where we see the long-term trend starting to go up as well as the short-term trend, and we're going to see it continuing downwards and selling off. That's pretty much what I'm waiting for here. And then we have the MACD. We had some bearish divergence on the MACD, and that's why we started selling off even more. But we might actually start to get some more buying pressure. So we'll see if this level is broken. If we break this bear flag, then we're coming up here towards 80K / 95K. And that's where all this comes back in, because I have all the levels set. So I'm not even going to try to find the levels again. I have literally every single level set for Bitcoin, every single level, every single resistance, every single support that you can imagine for the day trading and for swing trading. So if we break this bear flag and go upwards, then we're coming towards this 79K resistance. If we break that and go into 78K, then we just broke this support here. If we do that, then we're probably going to end up pushing up even further, and then we have to watch out for 97K. But I don't think we're going to do that. Look, if we break this bear flag and we come up here, I think we get rejected at 79K. If we break it, right? If we don't, then we just get rejected at the top of the bear flag and we continue down to 50K. Either way, this is super bearish. We already have the S&P 500, the SPY, breaking down, doing a massive pullback as well. We're seeing it come down to $650. So it's eventually going to do that. Right now it's at 660. And then we also have, let's go back to Bitcoin. And then we also have the support all the way down here, like I was mentioning before, at 50K. So that is going to probably be a decent buy level if it doesn't crash down to 40K from there. But I think that there's going to be a lot of sideways trading movement once we get down to 50K. I think it'll do a lot of sideways trading movement, just pushing up to 60, going down to 50, pushing up to 65, going back down to 50. I think it's going to trade sideways until like the end of the year if we push down to 50K now. But we'll see if that is true. We'll see if that actually happens. But yeah, let's see what happens here. I mean, it's gonna be, we'll see if that it's gonna be hard to find out. Hey, we just gotta follow it. Let's see what happens. But anyways, let's keep going over stuff. We just now went over Bitcoin. I want to go over a few other things. So let's just cover altcoins in general, because let's be honest, all the altcoins, they're following each other. Look at the last 7 days. All of these charts on the altcoins are literally the exact same. And let me know inside the chats what you want me to go over specifically. Until then, we're going to be doing the total 3 altcoins here. And this is the whole crypto market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. So it's pretty much all the altcoins. And yeah, every single altcoin out there, it's following. And this was my prediction here. My prediction here was that we're going through a bearish pennant, and this is the bearish pennant. Remember, this is the bearish pennant / bearish symmetrical triangle. We're going through this, and I believe this is a bull trap. I believe that it's trapping us right here, right? It's trapping us, making people think that it's going to go off, but this is a bearish pattern. And then this is the percent R trend exhaustion. Again, look, we see that we're coming up here to this overbought area. Once we get up here, we usually get rejected. We'll always get rejected because this is the overbought area. So it just pretty much depends, when is it going to get rejected up here? Is it going to stay up here for an extended period of time and then reject? Or is it going to reject immediately? That's the main thing that we got to ask. And same thing with the bearish divergence on the MACD. You get lower highs on the MACD while simultaneously getting higher highs on your prices. It's going up, 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 and then it's probably going to end up breaking from there. And this is the bearish divergence chart. So yeah, you can see what's going on there. Let me close this. But yeah, you can see what's going on here. So yeah, this is pretty much tracking the whole entire crypto market cap. That's what this is tracking. If we break out to the upside, again, about 140 billion inside of market cap for the resistance. And before we get there, we have a resistance line here. That's just a Fibonacci out there. Before we get there, we have a pretty big one here that we would have to watch out for, which is give or take around 800 billion, I mean. Let me push this up actually. 800 billion there, right exactly on 800 billion. So yeah, that is a resistance level that we could end up breaking if we push upwards. But we don't want to see that. We just want to see, well, I don't want to see that. I want to see things dumping until further notice, right? I want to see things dumping until we get some actual bullish patterns. These are bearish patterns. So it could be even be a bear trap if it breaks out, but they're going to bear trap people just to bull trap them up here. Like the market is all about trapping people. Like they want to trick you guys. Like that's why you'll see a bearish pattern like this end up breaking out to the upside. Like they want to trick you guys. The same exact thing when you look at Bitcoin. Like we're clearly in a bearish pattern. We're clearly in a bear flag. So if we broke out right here and go all the way up to 79K, that's clearly a trap. It's clearly a trap. And this is how they do it. They want to trap people. They want to make you think it's going to stay bullish and continue upwards for the foreseeable future. That's pretty much how they're working here and operating here. All right. A shout out to Kudzi. He says, "Hey homie, I could share your stream in a Kick community to help you hit 400 followers, 100 views, and earn 1,000 per stream. Add me on Discord, Bone Vic." I don't know. I don't know if you're trying to do the bot thing. I don't know. Let me know. Is it bots or what? Because I don't want to do bots. That's not the type of thing I'm trying to do. I'm trying to grow organically here. But yeah, let me know if it's bots or something because I can't do bots. But let's keep covering this. We have which one was about to go over? I just now lost my place. Oh yeah. This is what I was about to do. All right, we're gonna go and cover Bitcoin Twitter. And Twitter is kind of risky, you know. You just see random stuff on X, right? Just random stuff. Bitcoin is mimicking the same pattern that led to a 30% dump. The bottom isn't in yet, and this is exactly what I was talking about. Actually, the exact thing I'm talking about. You see that trap right there, that bull trap. That is exactly what I was mentioning. That was the bear flag slash rising wedge. That was the one right up here. That's the same exact thing that's forming up right now, right? Sometimes it just takes people with a bigger audience to really push that message out. So shout out to this guy, Ted, but he's not wrong. He's not wrong. It's exactly what's happening. And yeah. And that's exactly what's forming up here. And he's got the RSI down there. So he's showing the RSI. So yeah. Pretty much the same thing that we got going on right now. Where we at? But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep scrolling. The next Bitcoin dump starts in 10 days. The double bull trap is still in play. And next week, Bitcoin will drop to 43K, position accordingly. So this guy says it'll drop to 43. Now, I don't know if it's going to go that low, but I don't know. 43K is kind of, let's look at this. Let's look at this holistically. So we got 50K down here, support. Let's pull up the daily chart for this. And he's talking about some 43K. I mean, the only premise you really have for a 43K support is these levels here, but these aren't as strong of levels as what we had before. Like, it's just not as strong of a level. If anything, you got to look more at 40K. That was a strong support and resistance back inside 2021, 2022. And then 40K, even below 40K, we have right here at 38K. 38K is another strong support area here that we had in 2024. So 38K is also a strong level that we need to pay attention to. And then on top of that, we have 31K, but obviously it won't just go straight down to there. That's why I'm saying like the 43K is like that just kind of feels like a random number that this guy pulled out of nowhere, right? It's like a random number that he pulled out. So 50K is also really strong support. If you look at 50K here, it was a strong resistance level for us to get to the next level there. And also used as strong support right here. Immediately recovered once it hit that. So 50K is a better level. Also had strong support in 2021, strong resistance in 2021, more resistance in 2021 and 2022. So 50K is clearly the better option. Clearly the better option. So that's what I would say right there. But yeah, let's go here. Let's pull up that 4-hour chart again. So yeah, what do you guys think? 50K or something else? 43. I don't think it's 43. It just doesn't seem logical to be 43K. But I mean, he's got his opinion. We'll see. Breaking: President Trump just confirmed 0% tax on Bitcoin and crypto. The money we are taxing. I think this is fake. I don't think he actually said that.
That at some point in the not too distant future, you won't even have income tax to pay because the money we're taking in is so great, it's so enormous that you're not going to have income tax to pay.
That doesn't mean that he just confirmed 0% on Bitcoin. See, people put stupid stuff like this on X, and they'll literally do this just to farm like the X creator rewards. Like, no, Trump did not confirm 0% tax on Bitcoin. He said he's going to try to do 0% tax on everything, but he's going to try to do it. It doesn't necessarily mean he's going to actually be able to do it. So like, people just put the most dumbest stuff on X that doesn't even exist. So you got to be careful when you're using X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. Because yeah, people, they just put the most retarded things on there. But yeah, it does not make any sense. Bitcoin, the final phase of the bear market is very close. The final shakeout is still ahead. Get your bags ready. Next 30 through 60 days may shock you. Turn on notifications. We're definitely gonna have a pullback here, but me personally, I think the market is going to stay in an accumulation phase to the end of the year. I think what we're going to do is we're going to trade sideways for a while, and then we're going to push down below 40K. Like this guy is saying we're not going anywhere below damn near 50K. But I think we're going below 50, and we're going to 40, and we might even go below 40 to the 30Ks. So yeah, this guy says scary deja vu. Now let's see what he's talking about. 2022. I mean, it's not even just 2022. Like I just showed what happened like last month, like 2 months ago. It was the same pattern. Like, why are you going all the way back to 2022 and showing that? Like, you don't even have to go back that far. Like, you literally go back a few months to November to January. We had the same pattern. You don't have to go back 3 years. Actually, 4 years. That person went back. You don't have to go back that far. Like, we've had plenty scares that were exactly the same. So yeah, you really don't have to go back that far. But yeah, let's move on. Let's do What are we gonna do here? Let's keep going. 80K Bitcoin in 18 hours. These are the people that are gonna get burnt right here. Talking about some 80K Bitcoin inside 18 hours. We're at 71. Okay, I mean, it hypothetically speaking, if we broke this area up here, hypothetically speaking, that is the resistance up here. But that is how the bull trap happens. That's how the bull trap happens. So even if we broke this area, this is a bearish pattern. If we break this area, it's more than likely a trap. This is how bull traps happen. You don't want to fall for, what do they call it? Their rhetoric. You don't want to fall for that type of stuff. You don't want to fall for these bull traps. What are you talking about? 2018 hit 69K. I mean, we didn't hit 69K in 2018, but I guess this is what they're talking about. I don't know how much I could trust that, because no. See, when you start doing stuff like this, like this is stretching it. This is going for a leap. This is literally stretching it. Like literally stretching it. I guess you could say they're trying to say it's like a cup and handle. But let me do something real quick. Let me show you guys a pattern here. All right. This is what a cup and handle pattern looks like. This is how you would trade it, right? This is what a cup and handle pattern looks like. Let's go to what they're showing over here. Cup and handle. They call it the cup and handle. That's not a cup and handle. Well, I mean, it kind of is, but it doesn't mean this is what we're building right now. Like, some people seem to think that the bull market, or that the bear market that we're in, is only going to last a few months. Like, guys, bear markets usually last a whole year. It usually lasts a whole year. People think it's just going to take off now. Like, we haven't been in a bear market for that long, right? Let's actually analyze this. Let's go to the daily chart. Let's take that off. Shit. Let's take everything off on the daily chart. So the bear market started on this day right here. The second this candlestick turned red, the bear market started. Right? I like to argue that the bear market started October 7th, the week of October 7th of 2025. That's the start of the bear market, because that's the peak that we got to, and then from there it's just been down. So October of 2025 is when it started. October, November, December, blah, 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 blah. If you come all the way back here, you can see that the bear market back here pretty much started in November, right? So it went from November 2021 all the way to January 1st of 2023. And you can see January 1st, 2023, first green candle, and then we start going up. So if we go from November 2021 to January 1st, 2023, we had all of 2022 plus 2 extra months, November, December. So we had 14 months of bear market, right? If you look at where we are now, we have October, November, December, January, February, and now March. We've only been inside of a bear market for almost 6 months. April, May, June, July, August, September. If we do it the same way last time, 12 months, then September we should be entering into the bull market again. But it doesn't look like we're doing it yet. So, you know, you got to be patient with these things. You got to be patient. If you look back here on the 2018 one, the bear market, in my opinion, always starts at that last red candlestick, right? So in December of 2017, it started. So December, all the way down to the start of the next bull market. I wouldn't even say this one is, but it kind of is. So I would say the next bull market started like once we bottomed out. That's kind of how I do it, which is December of 2018. So it goes from all the way up here, December of 2017 to December of 2018. We're in a bear market. So like I say, it usually is a year or a whole year, a whole 12 months. Sometimes you can get 14 months, but 12 months. Usually it's going to be a whole entire year. People got this whole thing screwed up. Y'all got this whole thing screwed up, right? If we started the bear market in October, then we got to look at it from October to October is 12 months. From October of 2025 to October of 2026 is 12 months. November, December would be 2 more months, 14 months. And remember, it could be 14 months as well, because when we look at this one, we go from November of 2021 all the way to January of 2023, November, December. That's 2 extra months. That's 2 extra months. That's 14 months. So the same thing could be true for this one. If we started in October of 2025, then that means in 2026, we can see that happening. So October 2025, October, November, December, we can add an extra 2 months or so. And we can hypothetically say January of 2027 we'll be entering the bull market, or December of 2027, or November or September, any of those, right? But at the end of the year, towards the beginning of the year of next year, that's when I'm saying the bull market is going to start and the bear market is going to end. I don't think it's going to start yet. You got to wait till 2027. Got to wait till 2027. This is why it pays so much to have patience. The market takes the money from the impatient and gives it to the patient. All right. So we got to be more smart when we're looking at the charts and stuff. We can't just kind of make assumptions based off of random drawings, right? But yeah, that's how I'm seeing it. Let's see what else we got. Justin BlackRock moves another 55 million in Bitcoin. 50 into Coinbase. 55 million is literally nothing to BlackRock. So like people think that this is a big deal. It's not a big deal. Like they probably do this like every day. They do this all the time. It's $55 million. Like they're multi-billion-dollar company, damn near trillions, right? Like 55 million is nothing to them, literally. So this follows BlackRock's earlier 154 million deposit flagged. So yeah, it's nothing to them. This is like chump change, and people are like freaking out over it. You can't freak out over billionaires moving chump change, right? This is chump change to them. Maybe he needs to buy a new mansion. Who knows? Like maybe he needs to buy a new mansion. Maybe he has some debt to pay. So he's like, I'll just take a little 50 million and pay off some debt. I mean, yeah, it is what it is at the end of the day.